Jack Toledano, all and not according to Jack. Welcome back. How the hell are you? So we are going to do another 90-minute cassette. This is for one of my favorite hard rock bands going back to the 70s. Uh, Basically, they were part of the triumvirate of Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, now Deep Purple. Uh, so if you want to make an afternoon of it, go back and listen to my Deep Purple, go back and listen to my Led Zeppelin and my Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath, by the way, is coupled with Ronnie James Dio in the same episode. But now we are going to talk about Deep Purple. So we are going to, and it may be a little irregular in that I tried to get a lot of deep tracks, but at the same time, I tried to get a lot from their classic period, the stuff that really, really made them as great as they are. I did get a few things after 1980, so you'll see. But in any event, also, um, reason it took me so long to get to Deep Purple is because I had originally put a cassette together. Then I reviewed the songs and I was not really that happy with them. I thought I grabbed too many commercial songs, too many uh, cliche tracks, I would call them. And I'll tell you later what I originally picked in place of the six that I'll tell you the songs that I replaced those six with as well. So, but for now, I am going to talk about the 16 songs that make up my best of cassette of Deep Purple. So let's start with the only song from the Mark I era. It is a song written by Neil Diamond, Kentucky Woman. The only song with vocals from Rod Evans, bass by Nick Simper. Uh, Unfortunately, both were unceremoniously terminated from the band. They were actually looked for replacement singer um, while they still had tour dates to finish up with Rod Evans. Um, so they hired Ian Gillan. Ian Gillan happened to mention that he played with a bass player who also happened to be a great songwriter. So they unceremoniously got rid of Nick Simper and brought in Roger Glover. Okay, so after Kentucky Woman, um, some great songs, a lot of deep tracks. So we went right to the album In Rock for one of my all-time favorites by Deep Purple, Hard Loving Man. I love it. 7 minutes, 8 seconds, killer. I just love that Hammond by John Lord. We're going to go to Machine Head. I actually do have a few songs off of Machine Head, but not what you think. The first song number two, side one, Maybe I'm a Leo. Da, da, na, na, da, na, na, na. I love that riff. It's just a great freaking riff. I'm surprised that that song didn't get more didn't get more airplay, didn't get talked about more often. I doubt they ever played it on stage, maybe a few times. Okay, song number four, we're going to switch to the 1980s when they made their comeback from the album Perfect Strangers. The song, A Gypsy's Kiss. Love it. Love the fact that they played it when I saw them in the mid 80s. Great freaking tune. Da na 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 na. Da na 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 na. Okay. So now next we go to Who Do We Think We Are? A lot of deep tracks off of that album. A lot of deep tracks that I love. This one, a song that barely, it just under 3 minutes long. Super Trooper. Love it. Uh, then we go to a deep track off of the album Burn. Uh, that's the Mark III Deep Purple with David Coverdale and Glenn Hughes replacing Ian Gillan and Roger Glover. Okay, again, song two, side one, Might Just Take Your Life. Da, 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 da. Bow, now, 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 now. Love it. Absolutely love it. One of the songs that were prominently featured in that live California jam of 1974. Pretty much played most of that album. Okay, song number seven. We fast forward to, what was it, 1988 or 89 for the album Slaves and Masters. Joe Lynn Turner, King of Dreams, first song of the album. Uh, there are those that were critical of them bringing in Joe Lynn Turner. Uh, there was a lot of acrimony. Ian Gillan and Ritchie Blackmore just did not get along. I believe they hated each other. I know Ian Gillan hated Ritchie Blackmore. So they brought in Joe Lynn Turner for an album. The one nice thing about bringing in Joe Lynn Turner is I saw them on that tour. And because it was not Ian Gillan singing lead vocals, enabled them to bring back the song Burn as their opening track. A song I would never ever see them play ever again. Damn shame. All right, enough babble. Let's move along. Back to Who Do We Think We Are? And this is a wonderful 6 minute 29 second blues standard. Bam now now. I'm living do 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 in this line do 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 do. Song's called Place in the Line. Down now 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 now. I love it. And then it gets heavier and faster towards I don't know, about halfway through the song. Song number nine, another all-time favorite of mine. Uh, this features very heavily Mr. John Lord on the keyboards, the Hammond organ. Of course, I'm talking about Lazy. Check it out on the album Made in Japan. He just absolutely kills it with that feedback distortion. Oh, doesn't get any better than that. Next, go right back to In Rock for Speed King. Unfortunately, I had to take the short version. I did not take the imported longer version where John Lord does a soft Hammond organ intro into Good Golly Miss Molly. Okay, so next we're going to Fireball, the one song off of Fireball. I believe it's the last song on the album. No One Came. 6 minutes, 25 seconds. I think Ian actually says the word King of Queens. Was he a friend of Kevin? What's his name? Love that show, by the way. Very funny show. Okay, song number 12. Back to Who Do We Think We Are again for the last time. Another favorite of mine. This time, John Lord goes into a harpsichord solo. Rat Bat Buckin' Blue. Love it. Just love it. Song number 13, I mentioned Burn. I added Burn, 6 minutes, 4 seconds. No best of Deep Purple should be without it. Song number 14, probably the most famous song in this collection other than Burn, off song number one off of Machine Head and off of Made in Japan. Of course, I'm talking about Highway Star. Okay, song number 15. So they took a long hiatus after Come Taste the Band in 75, was it? They got back together in 84 or 85. put out an album called Perfect Strangers. First song off that album. Do 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 do. Knocking at your back door. Yes, had to have it. Very symbolic of Deep Purple getting back together after a long absence, enabling me to go see them. Such a wonderful, wonderful experience. I cherish that memory, even though they did not play Smoke on the Water that night. Still a great freaking show, if for no other reason, to see John Lord kill it on the freaking Hammond organ. All right, last song had about 5 minutes to spare, so I went to the album Now What, one of their more recent albums, for the song It's Gonna Be Hell, Hell to Pay. There's your 16. Okay, so now the songs that I originally had on in my list that I removed. So I had Flight of the Rat. Good song, but I don't know. 8 minutes, just a little too long. Fireball, the title track. Smoke on the Water. What was I thinking? Space Truckin'. Good song, but I think we were better off with more deep tracks. And Deep Purple has some fantastic deep tracks, as you can see. Woman from Tokyo, I removed that. And Stormbringer, I removed that. So in its place, I put Maybe I'm a Leo, Super Trooper, Might Just Take Your Life, Place in Line, No One Came, and Rat Bat Blue. So those are my songs. Kentucky Woman, Hard Loving Man. I almost said Hard Luck Woman. Maybe I'm a Leo, Gypsy's Kiss, Super Trooper, Might Just Take Your Life, King of Dreams, Place in Line, Lazy, Speed King, No One Came, Rat Bat Blue, Burn, Highway Star, Knocking at Your Back Door, and Hell to Pay. This is Jack Toledano. If you like what I do, please subscribe. Please help me get to 1,000 subscribers. We're slowly inching that way. I think I'm also inching towards 92,000 views. I would love to get to 100,000 views before the end of the year, so please, people, help me get there. I try to not put very long content out there, so I don't bore you too long, so you're not stuck there for an hour and a half, whatever the case may be. I know I find it difficult to sit for those very long episodes. So please help me out. Please check out my back catalog and enjoy. Coming up, we have Allman Brothers, Manowar. I mentioned Russell Allen last time when we talked about Ailstorm. I actually have a Russell Allen solo 90-minute cassette coming up, so stay tuned. Lots of good stuff. This is Jack Toledano. Speaking for all and not according to Jack. Have a good one. Peace out, stay safe, and love each other, folks. Bye.